will do the same thing. But make sure you're saving your June Lamar billing so that if your computer crashes, you've got it saved. Okay, everyone's entered. What you're going to do, click your cursor right here on the first name. Hold it down, and I want you to draw as far over to the right as it will let you go, and go all the way down only to highlight all of the names. You see how you click and hold, and you can see as it's highlighting the names. Make sure you get every name and all of the services all the way to the right. If you don't get all of the services to the right, it's going to mess up your whole document when you sort it. And if you don't get all of the names, you can actually go back and sort again, but it's easier if you do it the first time. So you have everything highlighted. This first cell looks like it's not, but it really is, and all the way down to the last name and all the way to the right of services. Depending on what version of Excel you're using, you can either go up here to the very, very top on the Data tab. There's a Sort button, or you can right-click at the top here, choose Sort, and then choose Sort A to Z. It will be available. I will fix it. And what that will do, what that will do, you've highlighted all the way down to the bottom name and all the way to the right of services. You're going to right click in the first column with the names, choose Sort, and then choose Sort A to Z. What that's going to do for our staff is put them in order by last name, so that when they go and enter it in our required database, it's easier on them. So we made the document easier on you by it calculating itself, and we're making it easier on the staff by sorting things by last name. If you realize after you type them in you've forgotten one, and we're going to put in someone else, and give her a couple services, that's fine. You add them to the bottom, and after you're done adding, what you do is, again, you start right here on the first name, click and hold your mouse button down, draw down to the bottom name, all the way over to the edge of the services, come back over here by the name column, right click, choose Sort, and choose Sort A to Z, and it will add right in there where it goes so that it's alphabetized. Again, as you do different steps, I would suggest you come up here and save, or you can go to, on an older version, it's File, Save, or you can hold down the Control key and hit S. So we've entered all of our client information for the month and made sure that it's correct. Now, if you go back down to the bottom, very bottom left, and click back on this first billing cover sheet, what you will see, it has done all of the calculations for you. You don't have to do anything. It's put the number of groups, the number of sessions, and the total. Isn't that nice? Now, for those of you who get mileage, the mileage sheet is here on the back. You fill this out the same way you've always had to. You put the date, you put where you're going from, so let's say it's my office, and I have to go to a client's home for a home visit that's mileage has been approved by STAR. So I'm going to say purposes, counseling. My odometer when I leave is 15,132, and when I leave it's 2:30 p.m. STAR does require odometer reading and time of both departure and arrival. That is a requirement. What they also require is that you do only one-way trips. So I'm going to say from my office at 123 West Main Street to Betty's home, let's say she's at 515 North Howdy Doody Lane. She's kind of questionable. Look at the street she lives on, Howdy Doody Lane. Okay, let's say, okay, so when I departed my office, my odometer was at 15,132. When I got there, it was at 15,160. Now you notice it's going to calculate the mileage itself too, so you don't have to figure that out either. All you need is your odometer, departure, and arrival. And then I left my house at 2:30. I got to her house at 2:45 p.m. So after I do my counseling, I have to do the return trip. And I went from her house to my office. The purpose again was counseling. When I leave her house, my odometer was 15160. When I got back to my office, it was 15188. I left her house. If I got there at 2:45, let's say my appointment was at 3 o'clock, it took an hour, so I'm going to leave her house at 4 p.m. And I get back to my office at 4:25 p.m. So again, STAR requires for mileage the date, the place where you're leaving from, and the address, the place you're going to, a one-way trip, not round trip, and the address. They require the purpose. You can put counseling, you can put STAR, either of those two is fine. Intake if you're doing that. The departure, odometer, and time. The arrival, odometer, and time. And then for the trip back, you do the reverse. Now it's going to calculate your mileage for the month. And again, this is pre-approved mileage. It's going to come up with the total. The current rate is 50 cents per mile, so it's going to calculate $28. Now again, we've gotten to a point where we've entered some information. I'm going to save this so it doesn't lose it. Now, $28 for mileage. And again, you only enter